This is my latest modified Moog Werkstatt. First thing I did was to add some simple wooden end cheeks and a way of mounting the Workstat so that it's basically a similar form factor to the Moog Sirin or the standalone boats for the Spectravox, etc. This was something I had this idea a couple of days ago, and so basically I made some prototypes. This is one of the some rough wood, and I think it's going to work fairly well. Has plenty of space underneath. So basically, by removing the rubber feet, I will be able to run wires out of these holes, and I also can use a fender washer and a wood screw to actually mount the Workstat to the frame. So this is the original one I made at Moog Fest at 2014, and this one has the Arduino mod. So the Arduino provides MIDI in and out. Also does other things. So this is called I call this the mother of all Workstat mods. On the other hand, I think this new one's looks even better. So apart from the end wooden cheeks, the standard Workstat comes with an IO Expander, and this is designed to be plugged into the little pin sockets, and provides 1/4 inch standard patch cables for things like eurorack. But I always thought this looked a bit weird, and given I've got a lot of other equipment, having them out the side wasn't useful. And also in something like my mod where I have 3 Workstats side by side being controlled by an Arduino called the Workstat Trio, having side facing connectors was not useful. Now as you can see, the thing is too tall to fit inside the Workstat. So I used a bandsaw and cut one down just above the top of the mounting holes there, and it actually fits in edgewise quite nicely, because there's a gap between the edge of the circuit board and the edge of the case. So here I've mounted the expander module inside, and the wiring inside I've wired it to the underside of the pin sockets. So I'm using an Arturia key step here, so I can play using keyboard voltage in and gate. So the original sort of inspiration was the realization that the top of the Sirin physically is the same size as the top of the Workstat, which is the same top size as I assume the Minotaur. And the circuit board itself can't quite fit easily into a eurorack 3U. You can make it sort of float above quite easily, but without obviously the metal work, just the circuit board on its own for the Workstat. So anyway, having had that idea, and then decided I was going to try and put the IO Expander physically inside, so it's now looking more like a Mother 32. But I'm going to do the same mod to this one, the mother of all Workstats, and that will give me basically a similar, something very similar to Mother 32, based on the Workstat with its MIDI in and MIDI out on this one. So I'm very happy with it. It basically took 2 days to have the idea and fabricate it, and I think it's sort of half a Sirin now. So it has one LFO, one VCO, one filter, one envelope, versus 2 oscillators, 1 LFO, 2 envelopes. So there you go, it's half a Sirin. I'm very pleased with the result.